in the worst way, yeah. I look for a distraction, but that ain't gonna help. I should've just been honest how I felt. Yeah, I wish that things were different. You're lonely, I can tell. It's selfish, but I want you to myself. 'Cause I don't wanna let you fall in love. I don't wanna let you fall in love. If you find someone else, then I'll be lost. No, I don't wanna let you fall in love. 'Cause I don't wanna let you fall in love. I don't wanna let you fall in love. If you find someone else, then I'll be lost. No, I don't wanna let you fall in love. Drunk kiss in a taxi, it's taking me back. Close up in the backseat, I could've seen that. That name up on your screen, it's making me mad. That's how I know I'm still attached. I look for a distraction, but that ain't gonna help. I should've just been honest how I felt. Yeah, I wish that things were different. You're lonely, I can tell. It's selfish, but I want you to myself. 'Cause I don't wanna let you fall in love. I don't wanna let you fall in love. If you find someone else, then I'll be lost. No, I don't wanna let you fall in love. 'Cause I don't wanna let you fall in love. I don't wanna let you fall in love. If you find someone else, then I'll be lost. No, I don't wanna let you fall in love. 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 I don't wanna let you fall
Hey Chad, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy December 24. Christmas for you guys that celebrate. Some guys celebrated today, some of you tomorrow. Either way, it's holidays. It's holiday season, as you can see, as my hat that I'm wearing today, and also with what BTC is doing today, Chad. BTC back above 98k after sentiment was pretty bad on the timeline, especially on altcoins. We talked about this pullback on the last few streams. I couldn't go live yesterday because I'm out of town. You know, you can also see that from my lack of a second screen for anything regarding OVS. But we're gonna make it happen. Today's a big day. Just wanted to thank you guys. It has been an amazing year. You know, as growing my audience, getting feedback from you guys, watching the charts, learning TA, and trying to also educate as much as I can on what I've learned through the years. I think also that 2025 holds many good things for you all, for BTC, cryptos, altcoins, NFTs, all that jazz. So yeah, just smash the like button, chat. We're starting this stream on Christmas. I didn't see anyone else go live today, so I wanted to, I don't know, just come up live, enjoy the good price section before every one of you guys go to enjoy with your family, and yeah, and have a great night today for your Christmas celebration. So BTC's already started celebrating. As you can see, it's up 4.1%, going for a bullish engulfing candle, and actually your highest daily close since December 18. Of course, the daily candle will be closing in a while. You need 5 more hours of good price action, but for now, it's a good reaction from the lows. Bullish engulfing, up 4%. And also this chat, I want to talk about the oscillators here for sure. So the last thing we said here was regarding the RSI and the MACD. Histogram has bearish divergences. Both of them started playing out, but that could be it, Chad. And why am I saying that? It's because on the MACD histogram yesterday, you printed massive negative momentum. Actually, the highest negative momentum you've seen on BTC since August 7, since this drop, you know, on the yen carry trade liquidation event. And actually, it's the second highest negative momentum you printed on 2024. And also, if you go back, like it's almost like multi-year highs of negative momentum for BTC. The other one which was higher was on May 2021. This was for the China ban. back then on BTC. So a lot of negative momentum was already printed on the oscillators. You know, you did have this bearish divergence. And also, I'm gonna put on my bullish hat once again, right? And if you go to, for example, the 3-day, you started printing negative momentum. It's gonna close tomorrow, but it's not that bad. You know, you had a severe drop of negative momentum that just came to an end. RSI it's holding above 60, it's at 62, so everything's fine in that regard. And on the daily chat, going back to the daily here on the oscillators, you have bearish confluence here on the MACD histogram, but also you kind of have you still have an argument for a potential hidden bullish divergence, because look at from this low to this low here, you have a higher low, and if you go to the RSI and the MACD, you have a lower low, right? Which is a continuation divergence. I've been pounding the table at this setup for the past few weeks. Didn't play out on the first occasion. Maybe now on the second occasion it's gonna play out. You have that lower low on both oscillators, whereas price only did a higher low, which is implying continuation of the current trend, which is an uptrend. Yeah, so that's going on the daily. I think it's pretty cool. You're going for a bullish engulfing back above 98k when everything seemed to be over. You know, when there was fear once again on the timeline, you just on a random Tuesday, you just put in this massive 4.1% candle gain on BTC. And also yesterday, a lot of altcoins were doing some impressive moves on this absorption from BTC from the lows. And I talked to some friends on Discord, and I told them like probably the local bottom is gonna be anywhere near, because look at the Bollinger Bands. They usually hold as support and as resistance. Look at how many times you found a bottom at the Bollinger Bands. Of course, there was an exception here on June when Germany was selling BTC and you went into a lower low, and then that was finally the bottom here. But at least it's gonna give you some kind of relief, and that's what we're seeing right now. Your next logical resistance is sitting at 99k, it's at 99 to 100k psychological level, and also the same level as the moving average of the Bollinger Bands. So good price action BTC. Good to see this full reset on the oscillators, both the MACD and the RSI, also having this argument for a continuation to the upside on this hidden bullish divergence. Let's see the 9-day when it's closing. So 9-day will be closing tomorrow. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a certainty that you'll get a 9-day close inside of the bands, right? And that usually leads to some kind of consolidation before continuing verticality. You did have one exception on early 2021 when you closed back inside of the bands, you know, after having massive and a lot of consecutive 9-day closes outside of the bands. Then you came back inside, had a close back inside of the bands, and then you had an exception that had immediate continuation to the upside. So I reckon since this will be closing tomorrow and likely it's going to be a close inside of the bands, well, we're going to have to check out tomorrow or the day after. But if this actually closes inside of the bands, then you're likely going to see some kind of consolidation in BTC before moving higher, unless the following 9-day close after tomorrow, in 10 more days, you get an immediate invalidation, just like the one that you had here on January 2021, right? Because you had consecutive 9-day closes outside of the bands, then you came back inside, and usually when you do that, like what you did here, right? What you did here, what you did here, when you go back inside of the bands, it's usually some time for consolidation in BTC, right? But 2021 January was the exception. You had an immediate, you know, continuation to the upside. So the next 9-day candle after you close inside was a view recovery. Then that might be the exception. So I'm not holding my breath here. I'm gonna wait on 10 more days to see what could BTC be bringing to the table. If we actually start to consolidate here and we get another 9-day close after tomorrow inside of the bands, then I think BTC is gonna consolidate. I don't know what's gonna mean for altcoins or I don't know the rest of the market, but usually that's how it's been playing out. You know, you had this 9-day compression and volatility, now the expansion, and you're about to put in close back inside of the bands tomorrow. But let's focus on today. Today's good price action up 3.9%, going for a bullish engulfing candle. You had that hidden bullish divergence argument on both oscillators. So I see BTC price good. Let's talk about BTC against the SPX. Look at this, Chad. Also a bullish engulfing candle and holding the previous all-time high from April 2021 as support, Chad. Once again, holding it as support. Look at the perfect retest that we had yesterday and today, going for a bullish engulfing candle. It's up 2.9%. And you also have the same argument on BTC SPX than on BTC USD, which is the hidden bullish divergence that's starting to mature on both the RSI and the MACD histogram, right? Where you have lower lows on the oscillators, but a higher high on price, right? And a bullish retest to that inflection zone from history. And also, I'm reminding you guys what happened on history, you know, the last two cycles. On 2017, when you broke the previous all-time high, BTC SPX run 91% before the first pullback. And in 2021, when you broke all-time highs, it run 50% before the first pullback. So if history were to repeat itself, we're looking at somewhat of a 20 to 25% rally after the all-time high break before the first large pullback on BTC SPX. And that will give you, you know, BTC SPX at around 20 to 21 level here. If you go for 25%, yeah, so around 20 level, possible resistance. So looking at least some kind of a 20% move from this level on BTC SPX. So pretty similar to what the US dollar is doing. You have that hidden bullish divergence continuation argument. On this case, you had a formal retest to the prior all-time high. So the USD pair is way more elevated, but in a way it's getting positioned for continuation to the upside. Let's talk about USD dominance. So USD dominance is down 3.2%, going for the lowest daily candle since December 18. You do have some kind of a funny structure here that I'm gonna have to lay on you guys. So you have a higher low here regarding this previous low. You had that 3.8% sweep. You know, this level that was held as support on March 14 of this year, and also throughout time has been quite a strong level to hold and break. Market participants held it as support once again. And hold on one second, chat. I want to see my levels, you know. I think see the video's fine, audio's fine. Okay, so 3.8% level as was quite a strong level to break. And what happened? Traders set a higher low on USD dominance regarding this previous low, and now you did a higher high regarding the previous swing high. So what I'm gonna be watching closely on USD dominance is that this doesn't turn out to be just another higher low, because you can start to talk about a potential market structure break from the long-term downtrend that we've been on since August to September on USD dominance. You don't want to see that change into an uptrend, Chad. It's basically, it's what I'm gonna be keeping an eye on. So you basically want to see, you know, maybe another lower high, but then ultimately you want to see this level give out, right? Because you don't want to see, for example, something like this. If you see something like that on USD dominance, then market participants now have an argument for a potential uptrend on USD dominance, because you have now a higher low, then a higher high, then another higher low, then another higher high. And that could be an argument for a potential, you know, accumulation or trend reversal on USD dominance. So for now, it's looking good. This could be a dead cat bounce, you know, some kind of a, you know, impulse from a strong inflection zone. You know, buyers tried their best, but eventually this just could be another, you know, lower high regarding this this historic highs that we were just talking about. And regarding the oscillators, you just see, you know, bullish confluence. I don't see any kind of bearish divergence yet. I do see a lot of positive momentum. You know, I see a severe drought of negative momentum on USD dominance that's been going on for 30 days, Chad. So it's been 30 days in the daily time frame that you have not seen any kind of negative momentum on USD dominance, which it's a considerable amount of time, which hopefully is gonna just come to an end and print negative momentum once again, right? Pushing crypto total market cap into new highs. RSI is sitting at 51, leaving the potential bullish control zone above 60. You just touched 60, but you rejected it. What's up, Barring Viewpoint, BB? Good morning and Merry Christmas to you too, bro. Thanks for tuning in and also being a supporter of the stream. So losing that positive momentum on USD dominance and pretty neutral on the RSI. All right, I want to talk about dominance. Since we're talking about USD dominance, I want to talk about Bitcoin dominance. It was quite the recovery from the lows here in just 2 weeks. Like Bitcoin dominance did, you know, price action that took like 120 days. You know, that same, almost the same reversal. It did it on just 2 weeks now, right? It did almost a 10% recovery in just the span of a couple of weeks, Chad. So that was a strong spring from the lows here from 55%. That inflection zone was regarded as support once again. And the interesting part here is that you may have a bearish retest to 60% area here. Just a couple days ago, you were touching 60. I think you touched it on the intraday, but now potentially going for a rejection. So this is what we want to see, Chad. You want to see a lower high regarding the previous high on Bitcoin dominance, and ultimately maybe you can give us some chop, whatever, but you need to see a market structure break from a 2-year plus uptrend. This thing has been going up since September 2022 and hasn't had any major pullback ever since, right? Basically just vertical accumulation, no kind of consolidation whatsoever, just higher highs and higher lows. So we're gonna be studying, you know, others against BTC because it looks basically the chart looks pretty similar, but we're gonna be studying others against BTC to be able to tell if actually we're gonna have some kind of relief on altcoins against Bitcoin dominance or altcoins against BTC, because if you look at others against BTC, the highs for 2024 were set on January 1st, Chad. So the highest price action on altcoins against BTC was basically on the first day of the year of 2024. So 2024 has been an awful year for performance of altcoins against BTC, and hopefully in 2025 that will change. We do have the narrative, we do have the cycles, you know, history, and the positive seasonality for Q1 2025 to be a great year for not only Ethereum, but for most of the altcoins. So Bitcoin dominance is up for 0.4% after a big drawdown yesterday. It closed down 1.9%, catching somewhat of a bounce right now. You're losing that positive momentum in the MACD histogram though, and you're at 51 on the RSI. So you couldn't sustain any price action above the buyer's control zone for now. You're reset on the oscillators, and we'll be keeping a close eye on this because you do want to see a lower high structure here form. And also on the flip side of the coin, if this continues going higher and it takes out, you know, the highs from late November, whatever, it goes to 62% plus on the dominance, then it's not something to be too concerned about, because once you get Bitcoin dominance downtrend, it usually starts a timer. You know, basically tells you that the cycle is getting closer to an end, that it might end within 10 months or so. So if BTC actually continues running and Bitcoin dominance continues to push higher, then I think it gives you a lengthier cycle. Basically, it gives you more time for altcoins to perform, and basically a bigger drop for Bitcoin dominance from higher. So I'm not that concerned if this just takes out the highs, the cycle highs from November. But also, I'm excited to see what altcoins can do on a Bitcoin dominance downtrend environment. Okay, since we're talking about altcoins, let's go see Ethereum first. Ethereum sitting at almost 3,500. It's sitting at 3,493 bucks right now. It's $7 shy from the inflection zone of 3,500 bucks, which you fell below it a few days ago. You can see here how important 3,500 has been throughout time. Complacency shoulder on April 2022. Complacency shoulder also on July of this year. And now you're pushing, against it from below. Hopefully this time around it won't act as resistance once again, and it's gonna be, and Ethereum is gonna slice through 3,500 like a hot knife through butter, right? You had a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. You outperformed BTC yesterday with a bullish engulfing. Now you're catching follow through to that bullish engulfing candle from yesterday. You're up 2.2%. Going against resistance, but we've said this, Chad. We think that Ethereum is about to catch up some massive bit. It's been, I don't know, it's been fought for way too long. I think it's mispriced, and I think that next year is gonna be the year that Ethereum shines. You have next sitting president of the United States, President Trump, shoving Ethereum and Ethereum beta. And it's not even an all-time high, Chad. It's below 3,500. And actually, I think that when Ethereum actually breaks 4K, I think it's gonna be go time for altcoins, everything, NFTs, meme coins. You name it, Chad. I'm super bullish on Ethereum breaking 4K. Also, you have a massive hidden bullish divergence on Ethereum. Look at this, Chad. On the MACD and the RSI, you have lower lows on the oscillators, whereas you're doing a higher low on the chart, right? Look at this, Chad. It's pretty discernible, right? You have the slow from November 20, now the slow from December 20, and it is a higher low. And if you go to the oscillators went down, and it's a lower low on the oscillators, implying continuation of the current trend, which is an uptrend. This might be the low, Chad. This might be the actual low for Ethereum and the rest of the altcoins, given the setup that's being presented on the oscillators here. So losing that negative momentum, and RSI at 46 in neutral. You have all the arguments for a continuation to the upside on the sticker. All right, let's keep going with Solana. Solana's been having some positive reactions. So it held 180 bucks yesterday. It had a bullish engulfing candle at 5.3% bullish engulfing. Right now it's having a 3.3% gain today, catching follow through to yesterday's bullish engulfing and going for potentially the highest daily close since December 18. Look at the amount of negative momentum Solana USD has had for the past few weeks, Chad. Sol USD has not seen positive momentum for 29 days, Chad. 29 days. The last time that you had that amount of negative momentum, you were actually pretty close to a bottom here on April, a local bottom, but just a massive amount of negative momentum coming in for Sol USD. You do have that same argument, that same narrative, that hidden bullish divergence on Sol USD than the one that you have on BTC and on Ethereum. And you have this is the massive, divergence, right? You have a higher low in price and a lower low on both oscillators. Actually, you went pretty low on the RSI. You went as low as 30. You almost lost 30 on the RSI a couple days ago, and now bouncing now nicely above 40 once again, leaving the seller's control area. and massive amounts of negative momentum on the MACD histogram might be coming to an end, chat. So it might be time for Solana to shine again, hopefully, where Sol BTC was threading, you know, it was pretty vicious looking. That might distribute. That might be the time where market participants just go in and reverse it, hopefully. Okay, so let's go to see ETH BTC first. We'll do ETH BTC, and then then we're gonna check out others against BTC. So ETH BTC had quite a good day yesterday. Closed on a 4.6% gain. It's having a pullback today. It's down 1.8%. It had a bearish retest yesterday to this 36 to 37 SAT value area, 3600 SATs, this level from history. I'm sure you guys know it. This one here, right? Highlighted in green. Look at how many times market participants took this level as a pivot point, right? You pivoted here, then on March 2017, you get the idea. So 3600 to 3700 is a no joke area for ETH BTC, and market participants know that. So the same as with 5500 up here, you know, was pretty important. You had some chop around it, you know. Market participants tried to sell it as support, but they failed. And eventually, with this bearish retest to that level, look at what it came. So you do want to get back above that level, but more important than that, Chad, you want to confirm a higher low structure for ETH BTC, because you couldn't take out this high. This is a lower high. You've been doing lower highs and lower lows for so many years on ETH BTC, 3 years at least, right, of a steady downtrend, that we need arguments for it to start claiming that it's coming to an end. And the first argument that we can hopefully see, it's a higher low regarding this previous low. So this is a good start, you know. Job's not finished. You just need to hold it right. And hopefully after that higher low, you need to take out this previous high. That's one right here. So just maybe that will be enough. Then another higher low, and then continue higher. And then you can start claiming about an uptrend on ETH BTC and a reversal. But for now, you need to be patient, you know, and hopefully wait and pray that this is a higher low on ETH BTC. If you look at the MACD histogram, not on the RSI you have bullish confluence, but on the MACD you have a hidden bullish divergence argument. Unconfirmed, by the way. You need to confirm this negative momentum. You need to flip green, but you do have a higher low in price potentially, with a lower low on the MACD histogram, implying a continuation of this impulse higher. So it needs more time. 43 on the RSI, so that's not bad, you know. It's neutral on the RSI, and losing that negative momentum on the MACD histogram. All right, let's go into my favorite chart for this past time, right, Chad? You do know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about others against BTC, and I'm sure you're not wondering why it is my favorite chart. I'm gonna show it to you right away, Chad. So you know this argument, I've been repeating this setup for, you know, like a parrot for the past like months or so. So you do have a massive M-shaped bullish bad harmonic. On others against BTC, and so you have a bullish bad cipher after a downtrend. Both of them coming from downtrends, you know, multi-month, you know, M-shape creation and confirmation with a type 2 return with a lower low at a key inflection zone that was held as support both on others BTC and on SUI. And look at what happened afterwards on SUI, right? After you held this low, you came back, you had a spring from the lows, and then you started chopping, right? You had some funny price action after that spring, and eventually you went running higher. You reversed trend, which is the important part. This is a trend reversal setup, both on others BTC and on SUI. So you reverse trend after some chop, and then you went and took out a harmonic highs, and eventually went on a parabolic run into all-time highs. Top Cap says, "Let's go! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you too, man! Welcome to the stream. It's been a great few last months, and I think that 2025 will bring us a lot of gifts on the market and a lot of gains. So that's what we're gonna be aiming for the next few months here on the stream. So you can see this somewhat similar price action, right? Others BTC holding the 200 moving average as support." You had a 6.8% gain yesterday. You are up 1.4% today, right? And starting to hopefully putting a higher low, just like what BTC dominance has been doing. This could be a higher low, just like this one Sui did here on others against BTC. So you might get some other chop, whatever, but eventually I think that others against BTC might have bottomed, Chad. And I truly think that Sui has been front running altcoins, right? It's almost the same setup, long-term established downtrend into an M shape, into a multi-month M shape with a type 2 return at a key inflection zone. They held that low and then it was off to the races, right? So don't be surprised in a few more months if you see others against BTC trading above here or even above here, chat, because it's not only on this on the cyclical perspective of the market, but also on a TA perspective, you can appreciate, you know, that setup. So what you want to see here on others against BTC is you want to see this low respected. All you need to do is to respect this low. That's everything you need to do. Of course, if it just goes sideways forever and takes too much time, then it also kind of invalidates it. But honestly, the formality will be to hold the lows, and then whatever you do up here, you know, it doesn't matter because eventually you do have the setup, right? This is a top tier reversal setup. This is a TA dream, basically. By the way, currently playing out. You're no longer down here. We were down here yelling from the rooftops live on stream about the setup, but either way, this is a TA dream, right? You have a historic inflection zone, right? Held a support and a resistance. You held that as support in June last year, also on July of this year, and also in November of this year with an M shape, right, chat? So that's great. And also hidden bullish divergence on others against BTC potentially in the works on the MACD, and bullish confluence on the RSI. Let's go, chat. Let's go for others BTC. All right, let's go talk about Sol BTC, man. This is a rough one. Sol BTC is down 0.6% after somewhat of a good bounce yesterday. Yesterday it bounced 5.6%, right? But this could be a bearish retest to this 20k SAD level, this inflection zone that you definitely want to be above. Look at this price action correlation on March 2022, and also its resistance on July 2022, and also this cycle around how it's been held as support. So you definitely want to, it's no longer that we're talking about the 200 moving average, chat. We were talking about the 200 moving average way above here. I said, like, you do want to stay above here on the 200 moving average on Sol BTC. Look at what happened after, you know, we definitely lost it with a bearish retest live on stream, and also 23k bearish retest, unfortunately. But now we gotta work with what we have, okay, chat? So hopefully Sol BTC has to bottom at around this levels, chat. And why am I talking about that? Well, you already know if you're a regular here, because of this Sol BTC potential distribution schematic, right? You are on phase D currently on the last point of supply above here, and we need to invalidate. Basically, we need to not confirm this distribution, because this potential distribution on Sol BTC is not confirmed. I do have to remind you guys every time, because I don't want to get you guys you know, too far ahead on your skis. So distribution could be confirmed if Sol BTC actually falls below here. This 18,000 levels, you know, SAT level on Sol BTC. So unless that happens, you don't enter phase E. But if by something you just come back down here and you lose, you know, that sign of weakness level, then you're looking at a potential distribution on Sol BTC, which could also not play out, Chad. It's a bull market, maybe it just B recovers and continues higher. But it's definitely an argument that other people are watching. I don't know what's going on in Solana to have this kind of setup. It's been going sideways for a full year, chat. Sol BTC has gone sideways. The crazy thing for me on Sol BTC is that you had a layer one, an asset, you know, that had so much onboarding this year. Not only from normies, also from crypto natives. Like a lot of people that have never touched Solana before on 2021, they went into Solana this year, right? A lot of onboarding from normies, from crypto natives, a lot of activity, you know, mindshare. People talking about Solana being the best product market fit for crypto, but against BTC has gone sideways for a full year. So that problem has two factors. The first one is that 2024 has been an awful year for altcoins overall. You can see that on ETH BTC and also on others against BTC. So if you're wondering why you have not made that much money on 2024, it's because basically 2024 is sucked for altcoins. There were some exceptions, meme coins that did 100x, whatever, you got it. But given the good price action that we had on BTC on this year, you didn't see any kind of collective pump, you know, an all at once pump on altcoins this year. And this is represented on Sol BTC is trading at the same level, chat. Sol BTC trading at the same level as December 21st, 2023, chat, 1 year ago. And also on the other side of the coin, this is a little bit of a more of a speculation kind of argument. It's pump fund, you know. It's pump fund being the best, you know, the most used product on Solana. I think it's definitely the product that gathers more fees in Solana, that earns more money, whatnot. And they've proved themselves not to be some kind of SOL token holders. In fact, quite the opposite. They've sold over 1 million SOL tokens in 2024, over $180 million sales in 2024, and you can see that selling pressure right here in the chart. So I'm gonna stop yapping about this potential, you know, I don't know, narratives for this happening, and I'm gonna go get straight into what's important. So BTC potential distribution doesn't mean anything as long as you don't lose sign of weakness down here. This one, I'm gonna highlight it for you guys to just see it right here. So unless that level is taken out, nothing to be worried about, nothing to be concerned. You just move on your life, just like you've been doing. But if you lose the sign of weakness here on a daily close, then you confirm distribution according to Mr. Wyckoff, and you enter phase E, which is the downmark phase. Okay, this doesn't mean necessarily or 100% that Sol BTC will distribute and go down. No, it just gives you an edge, right? It gives you a better probabilistic outcome. Just give you, I don't know, a 55% chance or 65 or 60% chance of this distributing rather than not. So my point is, we have to wait, chat. We have to wait. If Sol BTC takes out the sign of weakness, and then you can speculate or take a position regarding this higher time frame setup. Regarding the RSI, you're in the bearish control zone, sitting at 36. You're printing weaker negative momentum though after a big amount of negative Momo coming in. On Sol BTC, you have bearish confluence. Both oscillators, I don't see any kind of argument for reversal yet. But yeah, that's your Sol BTC update, man. So it's a little bit sad. Let's talk about Sol ETH. So Sol ETH is in between two inflection zones here. It's actually it's up 1.2% today, going against the 200 moving average. Man, the last time you got consecutive daily closes below the 200 was in July of this year. And the big thing about Sol ETH, man, is that you lost the former all-time high from 2021, this level that took so much time and effort for market participants to actually break. It just was, I don't know, it was lost, man. Market participants came in, pushed the asset lower. So you broke that level, you're once again below it. something that I would have loved, to see hold, right? This will be a much cleaner picture if actually they held it at the inflection zone or even higher, Chad. But no, they had to took it lower. You took out this previous highs from here, and yeah, I'm paying a lot of attention on Sol ETH to see if they actually do a lower high, because that could be a market structure break from this long-term uptrend that Sol ETH has been on since basically September of last year. I would argue you could even say July 2023, but I'm just gonna say September 2023 has been uptrending, higher highs and higher lows. So the trend is your friend, but you just did a really bad thing, which is losing former all-time highs and a lower low. So yeah, Chad. So yeah, that's Sol ETH. Let's go see some altcoins, Chad. I want to see some altcoins. By the way, if you want me to look at anything, just leave me in the comments. I'm gonna check it out. We've been looking at CHR lately. This is nice. This bullish retest on CHR is nice. You held the 200 moving average as support. You actually held 23 cents, also a support. This inflection zone, right, from the prior bull cycle and also the bear market. Look at the correlation on price action to that 23 cent level, now being held as support. By the way, Chad, I would look like only at meme coins if I could. I'm a big meme coin fan. I own NFTs, whatever. I'm all about that lore. But unfortunately, we've seen animal spirits develop more on utility rather than meme coins for the past month. So I'm forced to look at this kind of coins like CHR, which looks pretty good, by the way, right now. You do have a higher low now and a potential, you do have a higher high here, taking out all these previous highs, and now potentially a higher low, Chad, a macro higher low. So potential, trend reversal structure. I'm sure there was some kind of a harmonic M shape here. Let's draw it. With a type 2 return here. Bullish cipher. So there was definitely an argument this past year for CHR. It's a perfect cipher. So yeah, CHR looks good. Looks good. Holding 23 cents, about 23 cents. You definitely want to be owning CHR, in my opinion. Next inflection zone is all the way up here at 33 cents, so a lot of upside for sure. What else? What else has been looking good regarding utility or some other coins? Sui, man, it's unstoppable. Don't even have any more levels to watch. This thing is a beast. Let's look at ApeCoin. ApeCoin has higher highs and higher lows, Chad. Consecutive higher highs and higher lows. You had an accumulation below here, a 3 rising valleys pattern, with a confirmation of the breakout line down here. Get confirmed the setup, then a higher low, retesting the breakout line as support, and now you have another higher low in the making, Chad. With a hidden bullish divergence also present on the oscillators. I don't know what ApeChain's doing or ApeCoin or whatever, but man, some coins look so strong that even ApeCoin looks good. Also looks rare, man. Oh my god, looks rare. I don't know what they're doing, but a lot of volume coming in. Actually, the highest volume of the year. You're retesting the 200 moving average of support. High low structure, higher highs and higher lows actually on the daily time frame. Looks rare, also looks cool. Some liquid staking coins were flying yesterday, chat. I think it was FX. Look at this reaction from the 200 moving average. Massive volume also coming in yesterday. It put down a 27% candle yesterday, and today it's up 13% more. Of course, this chart has been down only for the past years, basically since the last cycle. But it's definitely had some animal spirits for the last month, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually just continues going. There might be some kind of liquid staking, you know, news regarding Ethereum or whatever. Let's talk about DeFi. CRB is up 10%. Oh my god, chat. CRB has been on a tear right the past months, man. Look at the monthly here. Oh my god, man. If you pull up the monthly like this looks bottomed. Look at the RSI on the monthly. It's at 52, printing strong positive momentum in the MACD histogram. This thing might be up. Only had a bullish engulfing on November. Now you're up 54% on the monthly. Oh my god, man. Gonna have to do the levels here. I'm gonna get them ready for tomorrow or the day after stream. I'm gonna pull up some levels on CRB and actually look at what could be looking at, because there's definitely some strength on DeFi, man. Look at also Uniswap going for a higher low. Don't even get me started on freaking Aave. Yesterday it pulled a 20% gain, chat, and holding $300 as support. This thing is a beast, man. It's been going vertical ever since Trump won, and it had a great setup from before with higher highs and higher lows. It's almost as like the composite operator, you know, the invisible hand knew that Aave was gonna get bid, you know, later this year. Look at the setup, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then consolidation, then another high high, another high low, and then it was off to the races, chat. Insane. Same performance for Aave. Okay, XRP, we were talking about this, man. XRP didn't even feel, you know, that drawdown. It's just been holding these levels way too comfortable. You know, I'm getting scared because I don't have any XRP next position, but it looks good, man. And looking left, you have the all-time highs from 2017, but it's just verticality, so it's pretty inefficient, above $2 basically. All right, let's talk about some meme coins, chat. I know you love them. Or no, before, let's talk about ENA. Where is ENA? ENA is down 2.6%. There's also a Trump coin. There's also Ethereum Beta. Quite the recovery. Look at this drawdown, man. This coin got destroyed after TGE this year, right? It went all as low as like 19 cents or even lower. It's now sitting at $1.05. In between two inflection zones, in between $1.08 and 93 cents. And then if you break that, you're going to $1.22. And after that, man, it's just, I think it's all-time highs. For sure. Man, this Santa hat's a little bit too warm for me right now, but I'm gonna keep it on for you guys watching the stream on this Christmas day, man. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream today and such a special occasion, remember to smash that like button, hit up that bell, that sub. Follow me on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, it will help me wonders if you could click on that heart button, you know, that retweet, to help me, you know, spread the good word of the Lord, the good word of Santa rally for today at least. Magic Eden also bouncing nicely today, up 2.3%. Hyperliquid, man, things unstoppable. It had massive fight yesterday regarding some North Korean thing. I'm not too sure but just another high and high low, and the uptrend is untouched. I think this is some kind of like the T out 2023, but on this year, hyperliquid. Haven't bridged yet, but I think I should have to do it soon. Under to a candle, also have a higher low. With I knew this was, you know, with a massive hidden bullish divergence argument. Ondo, man, might be a strong performing coin going forward. It's basically up only, chat. It was launched early this year, and the drawdown on the bear market, on the intra-year bear market, wasn't as brutal as, for example, ENA or Dimension. You know, Dimension got wrecked, right? Celestia got wrecked, but Ondo is definitely one of the picked coins from the market, from basically the composite operator, the invisible hand. Likes the Ondo to a condo, man, tell you that. You can also compare it to Caspa, right, to some other utility coins. Ondo and ENA definitely stands out, and I think even more Ondo than ENA, to be honest. Because ENA was launched here on early April, and it did this, and now it's like here. Whereas Ondo had a pump in June, then, you know, this reaccumulation, and now it's an impulse phase. So yeah, Ondo has definitely more animal spirits than ENA right now. So Chad, remember, if I'm feeling generous today. If you want me to look at any coins, just leave them in the chat. And before I go to check out some memes, particularly some Solana memes. Man, look at this. Man, I think Mudeng maybe was due to some consolidation after this crazy run from the Binance listing. Then Coinbase listed it on December 3rd, but then it was fully retraced, and now this could be a higher low. This could be your higher low regarding this previous low, and then it's gonna continue going higher. Mudeng is a pretty famous animal, which could be a great meme. This is interesting on Billy. You have consecutive bullish bats, you know, playing out. This is another, you know, pattern completion zone from this another M shape. Man, this thing is gonna go up only at some point. It's gonna take out this previous highs for sure. Like, this is what bottoming pattern structures like start to look at the bottom. I'm not sure it's gonna be like right from here, but when you start to see like consecutive M shapes at the bottom, maybe they do another one, right? Something like that, and then they take it off. But this is indicative of a potential bottom on Billy to a Billy, man. And I traded this coin earlier, but I'm not into it right now. But I see it doing well on the next few months. Mumu, massive drawdown all the way into oversold on the RSI, losing that negative momentum on the MACD histogram, but sitting at 34 on the RSI, so on the seller's control area. It's up 11% today, catching follow through to yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, and you're retesting this former all-time high as support for basically the first time, chat. Because in here you didn't do it, and I don't remember. I was bullish on Mumu here, on this accumulation setup right here, breakout line, you know, and then here. But then when we lost this low, I caught it, you know, I let it loose. It didn't. I don't know. Sometimes you lose, Chad. Sometimes what you're thinking doesn't play out. But I also remember when we were watching this inverse head and shoulders here earlier this year, right? You had this argument, and everyone was calling for filling the wick on this impulse. But I said, like, when you usually had some parabolic expansion like this, it usually takes more time, right, before the continuation higher. And maybe Mumu, man, from down here at the lows could start to paint a bottom for that continuation. RSI definitely needs some work, you know, at the bearish control area. You have bearish confluence. I mean, actually you have a bullish divergence on the MACD. Bearish confluence on the RSI, but a bull dip on the MACD histogram, right? You have a low, then a higher low, and a massive lower low on price here. So maybe a good, nice argument for a reversal here on Mumu. What else? Retardio, same thing. You can also see like the same thing happen, you know, with Retardio. What was this? November 6th. When was November 6th? Like here, it's not the same, but it's a pretty similar chart. You can see like the same animal spirits are going across, you know, the soul memes. And this could be just some kind of where you start to catch a low maybe on Retardio, right? And would be perfect. You have higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. I think the account got banned on Twitter. I'm not sure. Some like KOL, some Retardio been getting banned or whatever. I'm not so sure, but you do have that same argument, man. You do have a bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. The same was with Mumu, man. This one right here. It's not on the RSI. On the RSI, you have bearish confluence, but at least on one oscillator, you have that divergence argument. You know, that seller's exhaustion argument. And if we throw some fips, man, I'm pretty sure this thing is a deep value area. So bouncing at the 886 retracement level, man, that's what you want to see. Let's see Mumu. I'm gonna go from this lows to the highs. Also the 886, almost at the 886 retracement. So 886 retracements are pretty good after crazy parabolic rounds. They're usually pretty deep value areas. So Retardio and Mumu, you know, if they actually start to somewhat get a bounce here, it might be a good shove. Let's see what Popcat's doing. Popcat is down 4.5%. You have this massive Browning ascending wedge, you know, with higher highs and higher lows. You have a bullish divergence also on the MACD here, but not on the RSI. You have a bearish confluence on the RSI. So it's crazy, chat. Like a lot of these soul memes, they have like bearish confluence on the RSI, but they have potential seller's exhaustion on the MACD. Funny, because all of them look like pretty much the same. And Popcat, you know, holding structure, and actually they're holding like this support from April 2024. Look at how many times it's been regarded as support. Also, this former all-time high, you know, retested as support once again for the second time in history. The first time was in September, and I'm not a fan of like what you did here, right? Because this usually tells me like the pattern is done. Like when you have this ascending Browning wedge and then you break out, right? You have this line down here and you have a bearish retest to this line, then usually the pattern is done. But maybe if they hold it here, they could continue going for another run. But I'm gonna show you exactly like what I'm watching here. So this was support, right? This trend line down here. And then you lost it and had a bearish retest to it, and you just fell below from the highs of this ascending Browning wedge. I'm gonna show you another setup. If you are a Pete Box OG, you know what I'm gonna pull up. It's gold. Look at this multi-year ascending Browning wedge formation, right? High highs and high lows, you know, ascending Browning wedge. This pattern is usually super bullish. It's usually pretty good. It reflects or paints a picture about an asset that has a lot of demand, but the market, you know, the market participants have a bearish bias on it. It has a weird psychology because it has like an asset that actually someone's buying a lot of it, but the current sentiment on it, it's bearish, right? And gold had the same thing as Popcat here, you know, had this breakout attempt, you know, broke outside of the ascending Browning wedge, failed to sustain price action above it, then came back inside, and a bearish retest to the former, to the former trend line. And you can see that pretty much the pattern was done after that, you know. It took quite some time before taking out those highs again. So, yeah. I'm not too I'm not like that bullish on PubCat regarding because of that happened, but you do have that potential buyer's exception argument for sure on the MACD. Let's go back to daily so you can see here, right? Looks somewhat similar, right, chat, to what gold did on 2006 or something like that. With bearish confluence on both oscillators. WIF, for example, doesn't have that bullish divergence right now that Retardio, and Mumu, and PubCat have on the MACD histogram. And actually it's a bullish divergence that's not confirmed, but it could be confirmed just next week. Alright, chat, let's talk about meme coins against utility, man, because this thing has been wild. Like, I want to talk about meme coin, I want to talk about Murad for 1 second. So I know some of you guys love meme coins, me too. So what happened? Like, meme coins started rallying. Like, let's do like a short yearly recap. Meme coins started rallying actually on January, like some of them. I saw some, I actually traded some Sol memes in January, whatnot, you know. But then ultimately it caught the public's attention on March on that BTC top, you know. You saw meme coins running left and right. You saw that Binance listing of WIF. April, you saw Bowden going into insane heights, you know. All that meme coin, you know, price action happened earlier 2024. Then June, July, August happened, right? Where most of the crypto asset class pulled back. You had some selected memes going crazy, but just selected ones. And then April came. Some of them started going crazy. Murad went mainstream on this token 2049 presentation. It caught virality. You know, it had multiple million views on a lot of platforms, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. And Murad's list went crazy, beginning with SPX 6900. I traded SPX 6900 earlier this year, so I had it on my watch list. And then I saw one day on September 12 or so, I saw it do an 80% candle daily. I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, this ticker is not known at all. And then I looked on Twitter and I saw that Murad had finished his shill list. You know, he had like a meme coin list, and the top one for him was SPS 6900, and it started running like crazy, right? For like three weeks or so, you know, it did like almost like a 30x. So that's when Murad went viral. You know, most of this list went crazy, and by October and November he went from 100k followers to 500k followers. And by then, I'm gonna pull up some chart, for example, like whatever, let's see, Retardio. So by then, this was like Murad was already, you know, becoming famous here and here. And by here, I said like, okay, Murad, you know, has an amazing amount of followers now, and no more people has come into crypto. BTC is still at 60k. There's no more people coming in. So meme coins have to be overbought right now. Like, meme coins don't have more marginal buyers left because there's no new people in crypto, and everyone who was going to buy meme coins already bought. And that's what happened, chat. Like, elections came, you know, President Trump became elected, BTC went nuts, and there wasn't any more people buying memes, you know. And the normies who came in, the fresh retail who came in, just basically they bought their own memes. They bought Chill Guy, they bought Rismas, whatever, right? So why am I saying all this intro on meme coins? It's because I think that for some people, maybe they have not made that much money lately, and it's because I think that Murad, you know, basically turned the meme coin cycle into a consensus trade. And once the trade is a consensus, it doesn't have much gas on it. Not saying it's done for the entirety of the cycle, but I'm saying that this was, you know, basically in due time, like this was going to happen with meme coins becoming a consensus trade. Like, it wasn't going to continue up going forever. So now that maybe people are rotating back into utility, or maybe later on, you know, next year, once people are done with memes and say like memes are effed, they're screwed, I want a better utility, maybe that's when meme coins will bottom and do their second leg higher. And you can see this, this is Mumu, Popcat, Giga, Ticker Bitcoin, and Mog against Tia, Blast, Arbitrum, and Radium. You can see it's been basically on a downtrend. You have a high here, then a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, and now a lower low, chat. You don't have that much history on this chart, but you can see that utility has been outperforming the living crap of memes since November, basically. Also the same here on this. This is like an inverted one. This is utility against meme coin. This is Ina, Blast, Say, Tia against Popcat, Mog, Mumu, and Pepe. And it's also uptrending. You had this inflection zone, you rejected it, but then it was a higher low, and now you have a higher high. So you have consecutive higher highs and higher lows on utility against meme coins. So me being a meme coin lover makes me wonder like if I should rotate back into some utility, because I'm sure like as soon as you go back into utility or as soon as you sell your meme coins, it's gonna turbo pump. But maybe Chad, it's gonna take a few months before another leg higher on meme coins, or maybe they'll continue going higher, but they'll underperform utility. And also there was like a cryptic tweet from Changpeng Zhao from CC, the owner of Binance, just a couple of weeks ago, and he said like meme coins are fun, whatever, but let's start building. Like he basically shilled utility on Twitter, and he has incentives to do so. Because if you get a meme coin super cycle, exchanges are not that benefited from that price action because they don't get any fees. So they want the trading to happen on chain, on the centralized exchanges, right? And most of the coins that are listed on centralized exchanges are utility coins. If you want a meme coin or you want to catch like 100x, you go on chain basically, right? So yeah, that's like the end of my rant regarding utility against meme coins. Like you do what you want to do, but definitely the chart is starting to show some kind of shift into utility for the past months. I don't know how long it's gonna last. And also my last point regarding this and Murad, he said he built, like what's funny is like he built his entire top 10 list based on like strong communities with diamond hands, right? And people who held like a lot of money, and they were not selling, is what he said. But right now you have NFT collections launching meme coins, and he also said like meme coins will go higher than NFTs because on NFTs you get outpriced and you cannot onboard like a huge amount of people. But now you have NFT collections, man, launching meme coins. And what does that mean? You have diamond hand holders from 2021, Chad. You have strong communities from 2021 which are launching meme coins so they can onboard any kind of retail and they don't get outpriced by the floor price. So what he thought like the best you can do is buy 2023 meme coins. I'm like, dude, there's like meme coins that have communities from 2021 now, right? Freshly launched meme coins from 2021. So that's insane to me. Like the fact that he probably didn't see it coming. Like we all know that Ape coin launched from 2022 on Bored Ape Yacht Club, but I bet he didn't see coming. He probably knew about the Cold one on Milady. I'm not sure he knew about the Pengu one on Pudgy Penguins. Now Asuki will be launching a coin. Doodles will be launching a coin. So, man, I'm bullish on NFTs, meme coins, because of the same things that Murad was saying. Like you want to build communities that they will diamond hand, their assets. And NFT communities have been diamond handing through 80% drawdowns and since 2021. It doesn't get any more stronger than that. And that's why he liked 2023 coins a lot, because they had like price history. So he never saw this coming, I think. Maybe NFT meme coins will be a vampire attack on the current meme coins that we have. So yeah. Also regarding utility against NFT, look at this, chat. Oh my god. So this is another meme coin against utility index, but only on Solana and only has majors. This has Whiff, Bonk, and Ponky against Radium, Jupiter, and Jito. And you have a range here. You know, this range was respected since March all the way until like a few weeks ago, until like September 18, a week ago, basically. And now you have a formal breakdown on a lower low. You have this, I said this on stream, I didn't know if this was a deviation or this was a sign of strength, because you did have a higher, an all-time high here. You did have a higher high. So I said like maybe, because at first I thought that meme coins were going to oscillate against utility through the entirety of the cycle and do something like this, right? And it was going to be turbo easy to trade, like laughing at me right now for thinking that. But now, Chad, you have a breakdown on meme coins against utility on Solana, right? And Solana has not been catching that bit lately. Like, it's not like Solana utility has been going insane. No. It's just, this is a good representation on meme coins against utility. So what if, Chad, what if utility is going to continue to outperform memes? Maybe meme coins will get a massive bit, you know, on the end of the cycle. You know, maybe they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back, you know, on some later stage. But for now, I can only give you what's going on right now on the chart, and this is it. I just got a text message by some friend. I don't think that Biden will pardon SBF. I don't think he will, but if he does, man, then all the animal spirits are gonna go back to Solana. Basically, like if SBF gets out of jail by 2025, man, you just buy Solana and you just forget about it. Just buy Sol Beta. You buy anything that FTX might have been holding, and you just GG, man. But I don't think like he's gonna, if they actually pardon him, I don't think he's gonna be able to run that exchange again or whatever. But it would be bullish on crypto, and ironically, which is funny. BTC at 97K, still holding that bullish engulfing. Pretty decent. Cold token, done only since launch. I do hold this cold, of course, because I'm a Milady holder. It had like a 60% puke in just a week and having some kind of a recovery. It's going for a 10% gain today. So I want to look at that too. I also hold Wolf, Land Wolf on Ethereum. Man, this asset, man, it's a beast. Higher highs and higher lows. Completely has been having more, you know, more strength than even Pepe, man, lately. Yeah, it's like Pepe derivative, you know, the boys club, you know, narrative. It's like Pepe beta. Whenever Pepe goes up, this goes up. Whenever Pepe pulls back, this pulls back. So, but it's like a leverage bet on Pepe, and they actually have like a massive treasury. They have like a 7-figure treasury, like an 8 million figure treasury. So they have a lot of money, you know, for you know, listings on Binance and exchanges and whatnot. So yeah. All right, boys, I've been going on for about an hour. I'm glad that you guys tune in. I appreciate it. It was a nice Christmas stream and actually a good price action. Hopefully we'll see continuation of this price action today into the daily close and tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow once again for another Christmas stream. So if you're somewhere, you know, a little bit bored at house, you know, want to catch some kind of a break and want to see some crypto, you know, charts, you can look at my channel because I might be live. So just wanted to thank you guys for being subscribed, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's so fun when you guys actually also interact with the chat. So also appreciate, you know, the comments, whatnot. Also to you guys live on X. To all of you, have a Merry Christmas from the Pigbox stream family to you. You'll be hearing a lot of me on 2025. I hope that we do great next year, that we get that money that we all been waiting for, and that we learn a lot about markets and TA. So You have a great night. Have a great day with your family. Enjoy, your family most of all. That's the most important thing about the States. Being able to enjoy people who love you and that they might not be here next year. So just let that sink in. And yeah, just a word of appreciation to you guys. Until the next one, I'm tuning out.
So tell me